Hello, everyone. I'm Danielle Catalano, and I'm here with Emma Teodosio, a sophomore here at the University of New Haven and an avid rock climber and member of the University of New Haven Marching Band. And this podcast is part of the University of New Haven Welcome Project, a collection of stories about diversity, inclusion, and belonging. Hi, Emma. How's it going?
I'm so great. How are you, Danielle?
Oh, I'm amazing. Just peachy, actually. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I'm Emma. Obviously, you've introduced me. I was born in Ireland, and then I moved here when I was 5 or 6. I'm a sophomore here as forensic science. As you said earlier, I am an avid rock climber. I am part of the queer membership at Rock Climbing Fairfield. Yeah, there's not a lot about me. I'm a musician, I suppose.
And that's something. Okay, cool. So I guess we'll just jump right into it. Through your whole life of your entire 20 years of existence, what would you say is the hardest challenge that you've had?
I think for me personally, I think overcoming a lot of homophobia growing up. At my first job back in 2019, I was kind of close with a coworker. We were both first-year counselors at that summer camp that I was working at, and so we were kind of close together, and I had come out to her feeling comfortable enough being out for a couple of years at this point. You know, she reacted very poorly to me, and it turned around really quick. There was a lot of homophobic remarks. She was some form of Christian because she believed that God could save me and that I could turn my life around and be saved from hell. And this all happened during work hours. Not around the kids, thankfully, because they don't deserve to hear that. But I think dealing with that and coming to terms with not everyone's going to be as accepting as others. I grew up in a very accepting town, and she wasn't from that town. And I mean, that's not perfect all of the time in a really blue state. I live in Connecticut, so there's that. But I think reaching out and asking for help in that situation was kind of a turning point for me. I think that's what helped me overcome, I think, my fear of talking to people about this subject, and starting those conversations of, hey, that's not okay. And how can we, I guess, react better or use it as a learning opportunity for somebody else.
I love that. That's so great. So given that, what you went through, how would you say that shaped who you are today as a sophomore in college who is at a private college, but yeah.
It's pretty accepting here. I would definitely say that has made me a more confident person. I know when to ask for help now. Not that I always do it, but I do it. I mean, there's a lot of factors into shaping who I was. I'm more cautious about who I tell. I mean, nowadays, so many of my friends are so accepting or a part of the community with me, so that's not really an issue. But I think before then, it was kind of like, ha, 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 I'm gay. And just, I mean, I'd never had a bad reaction before. And so that definitely kind of shut me up a little bit, but also allowed me to speak out in different forums, I guess. I wouldn't be telling strangers that I'm queer, but I would be going to queer platforms and sharing my story.
Nice. So I guess over the last year, what specifically has changed in your life, if there is anything drastic that changed?
I mean, I think, this is a little over a year ago, but starting college is a huge thing. Meeting new people has always been really hard for me. But that has gotten so much better, I think, by joining a community that I was kind of already knowledgeable about with marching band. I was new to marching, but not the band aspect of it, which I guess is the easiest part. I think I've become more of an open person in that term. But, I mean, I'm still a little bit shy. And meeting new people, I don't always like to talk to people first. I actually hate it so much. But my parents always tell me, you've become a different person and you feel like you're in college. They tell me that I look different, I talk different. And I guess it's hard to look inwards with that, but I guess I have changed. I think just confidence and growing as a person is what has changed me over the past year. Going to college helps.
Well, I've only known you for about a year now. So I've only really known you since the beginning of the school year. But for as long as I've known you, you seem like a pretty positive person.
I try.
And you are always making me laugh, which I guess isn't hard because I laugh at quite literally everything. But you're pretty good at it. So I guess, like, given like what's happened in your life and what you've gone through, how do you maintain such a positive attitude and kind of the ability to keep laughing?
I think, I mean, this might freak people out. I know I have a few friends that do that, but, you know, like, it's so insignificant. Everything that, like, happens to you, you have to just take it in stride and use it as a lesson for everything. And you start to have experience in things. But, I mean, I think also there is a coping mechanism for me a little bit, but I think I like people laughing. People laughing is so much fun. And it makes me feel good to make people laugh. I sound like a comedian. I like love to make people laugh. But I mean, laughter is so like innately human, and it kind of brings people back in, you know, like we're all just people. And I'm trying to find a way to describe this well. My thoughts are not.
Is it like that whole thing of laughter is the best medicine?
Yeah, that, and just like you realize things happen to people and you're like, wow, I'm like so sorry that this happened to you, but they're only human. Like, you know, you have to tell your roommate that you're not living with them next year and they get mad. You're only human. They probably were stressing about it so much, and there's always that other side of the situation, and you just got to realize that, you know, we're all on the same planet moving around, so
might as well make the best of it.
Yeah, might as well have fun with it while it lasts.
I agree. I completely agree with that. So I guess as you're wrapping up, what is one thing that you want to leave listeners with? What's one big message that you want to end this whole thing?
I guess find your community and stick with it. I mean, you might not like everybody in it, and that I think is true for everything. But I mean, if you find the people you love, hold on to them. And if they don't grow with you, then that's a conversation that you get to have and you get to experience for the first time, which sometimes it sucks, but sometimes it's for the better. So, I mean, just hold on to the friends you have and the people you have, and it'll turn out okay.
Well, thank you so much, Emma. This was an absolute pleasure. Once again, I'm Danielle Catalano, and I'm here with Emma Teodosio, the most positive person I know, and just kind of positive outlook on life. This podcast is part of the University of New Haven Welcome Project, a collection of stories about diversity, inclusion, and belonging. To listen to or watch more projects, visit newhavenwelcome.com.